We've come with a guest.
There's
Sean.
someone in the middle. I don't know what's going on.
It's a random stranger.
I'm feeling cramped.
We
That's
have
good.
got the director of JNR, the founder of JNR, Ryan O'Toole.
Hello.
How are we?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. So we are going to do guests from now on. And when we do guests, we're going to ask the guests a couple questions so you can find out about what they do, how they, impact the local area, what they've been doing for years, and so forth,
I think we're staying true to what we said at the start, is like trying to find like local business owners or local sport individuals where like we can hear them rather than always listen to a podcast about the same famous people that are on rotation, something that you can't relate to. So it's nice to be able to reach out to different people in our local area as well, which is nice, and just have people on and see what they do and what they promote.
And you might actually see that I've got a jump over JNR because I actually used to work for Ryan.
Still does.
I still work with Ryan. I do a couple of one-to-ones and stuff like
I haven't
that.
been sacked yet.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
So before we dive into JNR and who JNR are, let's find out a bit about Ryan. Who is Ryan? Tell us about Ryan O'Toole.
Where to start? There's so much to tell you.
From the beginning,
From
bro.
the beginning. What, from like when I popped out my mum's...
Yeah. We're going way back.
Well, it was the 30th of June, 1999, I'm joking. Where to begin? So, yeah, just school. Was pretty good at school. I did all right, GCSEs, I was pretty good. DT food was my best one, I got a B.
Nice.
Only because my dad's a chef, so that's how I
Decent.
got that, yeah.
Nice.
And PE, I got a D, so yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, awful. That's poor, to be honest with you. Then, yeah, went college, went to Newman sixth form, Carl Newman School, went to sixth form there, did A-levels, awful at A-levels, exams, poor at. Went to college, did a degree in sports coaching at North Herts College in Hitchin, and then did pretty decent there. Went uni, was abysmal at uni, terrible. I failed, I got a third, but it's a degree.
It's a degree.
It's a degree. And then, yeah, working part-time jobs, worked at a place called Venue 360, which I know both of you have mentioned before
Yeah,
about the gym.
100%.
Michael Kell was his name.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. Shout out to Michael. Yeah.
Do you know what? We've spent so long trying to figure out who the hell is Michael?
I thought you had it on the tip of your tongue the other day, and I was like, he's going to say it now.
No.
So yeah, worked part-time there as a leisure assistant, then worked more out to reception, duty manager, and then that's where the coaching sort of come in at a young age of 16, got thrown into deep end to do football coaching, and ever since then it's just progressed into what's now JNR coaching.
Yeah, huge.
So yeah, in a
And then
nutshell, that's me.
for people who don't know, what is JNR coaching?
JNR Coaching is I would say it's a football coaching company, but we do not just football. There was myself and there was another partner who Telma will know. He come away, we started together, he come away from the business, and then, yeah, we did it for about a year, 2 years, maybe a bit more, together. He come away, and then, yes, we do football coaching, we do half-term camps, we do one-to-one coaching, goalkeeper coaching, so much coaching.
Everything
so
coaching.
much, yeah, just coaching. Yeah, birthday parties, we do the lot, basically.
Yeah. And what started JNR? What was it that, you and your other partner said, you know what, let's make this a thing. Let's make this a company.
So I did some football coaching out in Mexico for just under a year. Right. Come back from that, went back to my old job at Venue 360, and then the guy who I did it with, he just started there, and we talked about coaching and stuff, and then we just thought, do you know what, there's something that's not there at the moment. That was one-to-one football coaching, and ever since then, all of a sudden, every Tom, Dick and Harry's doing it now. Like, I suppose, PT in a way.
Yeah.
It's massive. And then, yeah, it just started from there, really, and then it just sort of took on. He worked at Venue part-time. I was working at Venue as well, full-time. So it was just a bit on the side, really. So that's where that's come from. And my love of football and working with children.
Big time.
Yeah.
So your love of football, where is that stemmed from? Is there like a family background? Is it?
Not really. I don't know. My dad supports Liverpool, which, yeah, at the moment, I hope they don't.
You support Newcastle, man.
I support Newcastle, yeah, but
wow.
I've stuck with them since I was 5. So there's a story. I know you both have a story. I'm going to give you a story.
Tell me.
So my dad supported Liverpool at the age of 5. I love kicking a ball about and stuff. Didn't have a team. And he was like, who do you want to support? And I didn't really know. So Sugar Puffs cereal box, little football. It weren't Power Pods. It was, I don't know if you know Power Pods.
No,
Too young. Yeah, I'm too old. Search them up later. Little Power Pods, little football figurines, and just before them. And then Les Ferdinand come out of the packet, Newcastle kit, and my dad was like, do you want to support them? I was like, yeah, sweet. So since 5, I'm now 30, come up to 33, so a long time. A lot of my mates sort of in school supported Newcastle, but when United won the treble, they went to United. And then when Chelsea got rich, went to Chelsea. That sort of thing. But I
stuck by him
through the shit years and through the shit years.
Now you're laughing because they got a Saudi owner and he just splashed cash all over the
we can't
players.
buy anyone, but I'm happy last season and this season. I couldn't be happier really. So I'd support Newcastle, but if they lose, I don't get annoyed, don't get pissed off. It's like, if they lose, they lose. But some people, like my dad on the weekend, lost to Crystal Palace. Oh my God, off his chair, all sorts. I was like, Vince, calm down. Just football.
Take a chill pill.
Yeah, just take a chill pill, Vince.
Similar to Arsenal though, they've thrown it away now. I think Man City will win the league.
I think it'll come down to the last game of the season.
Yeah.
And
potentially goal difference as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Klopperooni's going to do some wonders there. It's his last season.
Have you not seen his interviews? He's rattled.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
don't know if you've seen on Twitter, if you have Twitter, there was someone that did a bet. They bet Crystal Palace to win. They bet Aston Villa to win on the weekend. And they bet Fulham to beat West Ham. Like, stuck a couple of quid on it.
Oh, no.
Nearly a grand back. I was like, oh.
Crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Man.
All right, so let's go back to JLR. Let's go back to JLR. You spoke about you had a partner at the time.
Yeah.
What happened in that dynamic? What happened?
It went well to start with because we just both wanted to coach, whatnot. All the money we were getting just went straight back into business. We weren't taking any money from it. We wanted to invest it back in. And it was sort of we're near sort of COVID time when we were into COVID. And yeah, it was just, I had other ideas. He had sort of other ideas as well, and I just think it didn't click.
Yeah.
And then obviously we were quite good mates. Obviously we fell out, blah, blah. Yeah, so in a good... as harsh as it sounds, but I'm going to be harsh.
Yeah, be harsh.
Yeah, no, you have to.
You got to be yourself, be harsh, say what you want to say.
Oh, well. I think it was a good thing that we come away from each other and it just let me just express... I knew you'd say that.
Yeah, I know. There's no need for that.
There's no need.
Wow, you said what?
That's just how it works in business. Sometimes you do need to separate, and it's best for both parties, and it's allowed... You know, because at the end of the day, it's the focus on the kids and their coaching and their progression. So actually, for them, it's kind of work that you know, things have separated. And
what I've known from the company as well, like you always had the ideas and you were always wanted to like you were the more proactive one.
I didn't want to say that. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm at you. Yes. I'm joking. No.
I think that is it. Like I think because I was the more mature one. Well. Yeah, mature, but older one. I think I had the more ideas. I wanted to push it further than probably he may have wanted to do. I don't know. So, yeah, I think it's gone well without him. But it's that support. You need that support around you with coaches, with family, friends supporting you on your journey. And I think if I didn't have those people, trying to do it on your own is very difficult with any business,
any business,
any business, I suppose. So yeah,
it's good because when I came to you, I think you had, I think it was 6 months after you split with so and so. I was actually just, I think at the time I was finding my feet in the PT game, and I wasn't actually making that much money. So I remember I think I reached out to you because you said you were looking for coaches, and I reached out to Ryan and I said, look, do you need support? Do you need help? Like, I'm looking for a job. And ever since then, I actually stuck with Ryan for two and a half years, doing camps, and obviously when we got really close to each other as well.
Whoa.
Pause. TJ, why are you always doing this?
I've got a story.
Go on.
Quickly. How I met TJ. So, do you remember?
Was this Cookies?
Yes, Cookies. The best nightclub around in Dunsville.
Oh
Cookies.
my God.
The first time I ever went to Cookies.
And this was on a Thursday, like
Cookies
Thursday night
awful.
Cookies.
Yeah.
So me and my ex-partner, not that sort of partner, my business partner, we went out to Cookies and he knew Telmo. saw Telmo, he had his 2 little crucifix earrings in. I was like, his hair was, I don't know what was going on. I was like, who is this guy?
It was puffy, it was just curly.
Yeah,
everywhere.
you know when you judge someone, you shouldn't.
He,
I judge.
he is the typical guy you meet at a nightclub and you go,
Oh, here we go
long night,
again.
long
Here we
night,
go
long
again.
night.
Gets all the girls, look at me, you know, double part, yeah. So, yeah, and then when I spoke to him, sound guy, and I don't think we like spoke much.
No,
and then
no,
it was
no.
then, like you said, you reached out about coaching.
Yeah.
And yeah, then
In
it
a
just
time,
sort of-
to be fair, when I reached out, it was literally a time I actually needed the support. I needed like a little bit of, you know, routine and guidance. Because again, I only had started off my career in PT, wasn't doing so well. And one, I needed a bit of more money coming in. And then again, it was more like having the routine and obviously the guidance. And obviously when I started up with Ryan, I was doing holiday camps and stuff. So in half terms, Ryan does a holiday camp. It will be Monday to Thursday, and it'll be like 9 till 3, and we'll just coach the kids. A fun day out, coaching the kids, teaching them new skills, new football ideas, and stuff like that. And yeah, I literally loved it so much. I stuck by Ryan and the company for 2 years and a bit, until obviously I got promoted at my gym and I couldn't do
I was
anymore.
fuming about that.
Yeah.
I remember though, it'd like every day he'd do like a shift in Pure. I think it was at Pure still, and he'd come do a camp and then he'd be like, right, I've got to go off and do PT, and he'd do that like Monday to Friday. I was like, mate, how do you do it?
And then it'd be restaurant.
Yeah,
like,
and the energy that he brought to the kids, I was like, I'm glad he was there because I can bring that energy, but he's just got that different level of energy. The kids getting up dancing, doing all sorts. And I think that's what, at the moment, we've got that, but the kids
miss it.
I don't want to say it, but they do miss him.
Yeah.
They do miss him.
But you still keep talking about football coaching, don't you, TJ?
Yeah, because I do love it. At the end of the day, I didn't want, when I left, well, I didn't leave, but when I stopped doing the camps, I was like, I do miss it a little bit. Like, I love the interactions I had with the kids. Like, you know, when like they come up to you and they're like, oh, Coach TJ, I did this on the weekend, I did this with mum and dad, I did, you know, it's that like, I don't know, something about kids is just really captivating.
It's a rewarding, it's a
so
rewarding job.
So rewarding.
Especially you get kids of like all different ages, different abilities, like it is rewarding.
And it is that thing of they look up to you.
Yeah.
They look up to you because they come next day to the camp and they're like, oh look, I drew you something, or look, like, thank you for helping me. We've had cards before. Like, I remember we've had people come in and give cards, gifts.
It's the impact that you have on a child's life, and you don't know how far that's actually going to go.
Yeah, and I think it's like you both said in one of your previous, like, if you're having a bad day or whatever, you've just got to turn up, forget about it, and just think the kids is the number one priority in that. Yeah, you can have a laugh with the staff and whatnot, but at the end of the day, like I say to our staff, their safety and their enjoyment is the number one goal, like straight up.
You usually end up having a better day after anyways.
You do. And
I think that's the thing with kids. They give you energy.
They do.
They also consume our energy. I remember leaving there, leaving camps, absolutely got like tired. I couldn't move. Like, but yeah, no, it's very rewarding. I'll give you that. It's very rewarding. Yeah.
Do you have your list of questions for Ryan?
Oh.
Yes, I do. I have a couple questions. Not like this and that questions, but I have a couple questions.
No pressure then.
Yeah.
Hopefully, TJ's done his homework. So obviously, any listeners, you all know that he doesn't do his homework.
And he repeats himself.
Yeah, you've got low expectations from this point, but hopefully he's done the work today.
He's trying to impress now, isn't he?
What's that, Safari?
I'm going to ask this question. Obviously, going back to JNR, where do you want to take JNR? What's the next 2 years for JNR?
Do you know what? Someone said that the other day, and that was no word of a lie. And straight up, I was like, I want to be as big as... There's a guy called Tom Owens UK. He's like...
He's killing the scene at the moment.
He's killing the scene in the coaching business. He's based up in Liverpool, and yeah, he's someone that I look up to. We've had a few calls. I did a course with him, and he gave you some great ideas. And yeah, he's someone that I want to sort of not compare. It's that comparing, like you've both said before. Yeah. When you look on Instagram, so much PT stuff. For me, it's so much football coaching stuff, and it's difficult to compare.
Or not to compare.
Not to compare. You want to be, why is that client over there and not with us? Or I've seen a client before that's with us and they've gone somewhere else, and you're like, why have they gone there? Why didn't the parents tell us? Like, it feels like we've done something bad. But yeah, off topic is basically to do it full time, to have full-time coaches under me, to just take it as big as I can, to go in different venues, not just where we're based at Venue 360, but just to go all over, expand, not just in Luton, Dunstall, but other regions, and then who knows, franchise, and then who knows after that, the world. But that's a big dream. Big dream. But you've got to start small and just work your way up, but you've got to have dreams at the end of the day.
Actually, Sean asked me this question the other day, and it caught me off guard when he asked me this. Would 12-year-old Ryan be happy with what you're doing right now, or where you are right now?
That's a tough one.
Huge,
That's a really
good question. When he asked me that, I was like, Sean, no, the answer's no.
12-year-old me was just playing PlayStation. Just like watching football.
Yeah,
I think he would be. Obviously, I'm very harsh on myself. I'm quite a perfectionist.
Welcome to the couch.
You are in the right couch.
This is a good couch. Very comfy. I'm very like a perfectionist. Not with everything, but with something that is mine. I want to be the best at. So if someone says that was really good, I'll be like, it was, but I know it could be better. Huge. I think 12-year-old Ryan right now would be happy, but he'd be like, Ryan, you can do a lot more right now. So
that kind of inspires you, doesn't it?
It does a little bit.
Yeah.
I think as well, like, I've got a son who's a year and 4 months now, and I think...
Big up, Teddy. Big up, Teddy.
Big Teddy. Teddy, if you're watching, don't watch. I think it's like that when you get older and you own a business and something, you want, first of all, your son or daughter to be proud of you, and then it's secondly, like, when you get old, retire, you want him to have that business.
Carry it on.
Yeah, so, I think, 12-year-old Ryan would be pretty happy. That's a good question. I like that.
Nice.
Put me on the spot a little bit.
Honestly, when he asked me that, I didn't.
The first reaction was laughter.
Yeah, and the answer was no, because 12-year-old me was just thinking, why are you not in the football team?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was so obsessed with football at the time, and I think 12-year-old me would be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And why are you not in a 12-year-old? Like, why are you not in a football team? Do you know
why
what I mean?
not playing for England?
No, never.
Portugal.
Portugal for sure. What about you, Sean? 12-year-old you, is he happy where you are at the moment?
A little laugh.
I've asked this like 3 times now, and I've never thought about it. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a bit. Do you know what? There's so many different metrics of what to be proud of, right? But I think at the minute, just because it's like so relevant to me right now, it's just being like, I've actually done university. Like going through college, I was the only kid that didn't put their hand up to say, "Oh, I don't want to go uni." And like the teachers would come over to me and be like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to go to university. Like it's not part of my plans." And then just going back, like taking 2 years out, going back and get it done. Obviously, the last 3 years has been such like a juggle. Just being able to get that done, it's just like, oh wow, first person in the family or like my family to go to.
What, you're the first person in your family who's
to do uni as well? So
smart.
No.
I've got a third. I'm not smart either.
I'm just getting through it, but it's just like I just enjoy the content. It's just like I'm happy with like some of the things that I've done. I've ticked boxes that I've kind of wanted to tick boxes. I know that I've done the best that I can do in certain situations, and it's just about moving on to the next step, which might be 2 steps back, which is where I kind of am in a minute. But it's like it's just knowing that it's on the right path.
I think everyone's on their own journey at the end of the day, and everything happens. I always say everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Whether it's in relationships, work, friendships, social life, whatever, everything happens for a reason.
I agree with you. Everything happens for a reason. I think, people come into your life, they'll leave your life, and that's for a reason. Like they weren't meant to stay in your life, and then you do have your people who come in your life and they stay in your life, and again, that's for a reason because that person brings significance to whatever you're doing in your life. So I do agree with what you're saying in that aspect.
Yeah.
I think it's huge. So right now you work in a school as well, don't you?
Yeah, work in a school, part-time in a school in Watford, teaching primary school kids from reception to year 6 as a PE teacher, sports coach. So I've been doing that for 5 years now. And again, just love working with kids. And I think the thing is you get, like I said, different kids. You get kids that listen, you get kids that don't listen, and it's that challenge of trying to discipline those kids, and it's a challenge because you've got some kids that like special educational needs that can't do something that maybe someone else can. You've got to try and juggle your session plans and sort of work around certain children. So that's, I think, the challenge. But I like challenges and stuff like that. So yeah, I just love working with children. I think at a young age, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a bloody postman when I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
So just because I don't know why.
I think your 12-year-old self is very proud of you.
He's pissed off that I wasn't a postman.
Yeah. Why not post and pat?
Yeah, and then my dad always joked with me about me being a road sweeper because I was not the smartest at school, and all the teachers were like, he's got potential, but he's not shown it.
Like, yeah.
It kind of sounds like my parents even.
I wasn't good, I wasn't bad, I was just average Joe.
Yeah.
It's good to be average.
Yeah.
I think.
I think most women in the UK are happy with average. So.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Right, we have our main question. So the last question that I have. What is the worst thing you've done drunk? So listen to this. Sean has flooded half his house
I've heard about
when he was drunk.
Flooded, yeah.
I've ran a half marathon while still being drunk.
Yeah, I remember that.
What's the worst thing you've done?
You've put me on
drunk?
the spot.
Meat, Telmo, and cookies.
Do you know what?
That is top 3.
That could be up there. I would. This is a standard one. Well, I don't know if it's standard. Wetting the bed after night out. Yeah, I've wet the bed on a night out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk us through it.
Well, just
Don't blame the alcohol.
that was only last week. No, I'm joking. I don't know. Went out, had a lot of drinks, and then woke up.
To be fair, I've heard of shit in the bed. Like, I haven't heard of wet in the bed.
I haven't
before,
shut the bed.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But yeah. Well, I won't go into any other things. Like
Yeah.
that,
Wet the bed.
Yeah, wet the bed.
Wet the bed.
There's a few other things, but again, maybe not for this.
So inspirational people. You said Tom Owens.
Ooh.
How many? Or what other ones do you have?
I'd say footballing wise, I wouldn't say inspiration, but I love watching Alan Shearer.
Oh yeah.
I love watching Alan Shearer, but then now he's become a pundit.
Yeah.
I don't like him as much.
I'm not a big fan of him as a pundit. I'll be honest.
Yeah, as a player, like scored banging goals for Newcastle, but as pundit, I've sort of gone off him slightly. To be fair, there's not too many pundits I like. Actually, I do. This isn't someone I look up to. I love Jimmy Bullard.
Yeah, he's so
I
funny.
love that guy.
He's so funny, man.
He is just a joke. Like, I was just so sad. Every couple of months, I just sit on YouTube watching Jimmy Bullard, You Know the Drill live. But I just keep repeating.
Do you know what I do watch? Sometimes I'll make up sessions from what he does. You know, he does challenges with football players.
Yeah.
I'll make up football sessions from what he's doing.
That, yeah.
It's quality. I love his enthusim. He's just watch this then. You can't do that. You can't hit top ins.
Yeah, bang.
Does it first time.
First time, yeah.
Crazy.
Inspiration, I would just go back. My dad would be probably like, what the are you on about? But I'd probably say my dad.
Big Vince.
Yeah.
Big Vince. I think a lot of boys, men, blokes would say their dads that they look up to, I think, just because, I don't know, you just look up to that male.
The father figure,
Yeah, I was always a mummy's boy when I was younger, because if I got told off, I know I could go to mum and then dad would be like, whoa, 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 whoa. But as I got older, I think I gradually went to my dad just because of that father bond, playing football, watching football, and then I'd say inspirational.
For context, guys, his dad is the biggest person, absolute mountain. Goes gym as well. He's quite.
Yeah, he's a beefy guy.
He's a beefy guy. And he's got the biggest hands ever.
He's got big hands. You know what I say about big hands?
Yeah.
Big gloves.
And he's a
chef.
He's a chef.
And a lot of people will look at him and feel like should be like an MMA fighter or a wrestler, but when he goes, you're a chef, he's like, a chef.
So we went to Teddy's birthday. Well, he did a party for Teddy's 1-year-old birthday.
First birthday.
And there were these sausage rolls. Sausage rolls and brownies,
Yeah, brownies, cupcakes.
I tried one. I was like, oh, they're amazing. Where'd you get these from? Big Vince.
They're better than Greg's sausage rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Big statement.
Yeah, that's a big statement.
And I love Greg's sausage rolls.
They were decent.
Big Vince's were good.
Wow.
But he never used to be that big. I don't know why I'm talking about my dad, but he used to be quite skinny like me. He used to play squash. And he's quite a good squash player, and he'd done his cruciate ligament, and then that's when he just went to the gym and just beefed up, got big.
Wow.
Yeah, Big Vince.
Mum's got no complaints.
No comment.
Bloody hell, man.
Oh, he goes all the time.
Yeah,
man.
I love Big Vince. He's so nice, man.
Yeah.
He's so
We
nice.
should have bought Big Vince instead of me.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
Yeah. We'll get him. As long as he brings us the sausage rolls,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Get him in. As long as you pay him, he'll be here.
That's it. That's it. And all right, one more question then. So you've made a Sunday team. Oh, Sunday. Well, you got a first team of under 4.
Under 12, under 10s, under 12. So we started a
nice.
football academy. It's not academy, we just called it that,
Yeah.
called J&R Academy. So it's separate to coaching, but it's still interlinked. And we made an under 10s team, under 12s, and we made a first team as well. So
How old the league's doing?
They're doing all right. Under 10s won. There's a few cups in a season. The under 10s won their cup at the start of the season. They're in the final of another cup in a couple of weeks.
Shout out under 10s.
Under 10s, Big Paul Heafy, gaffer, tennis coach, everything.
Yeah.
Decent. Dan for the under 12s team. They're all right. Slow burner. They're second bottom. So, yeah, but I think it's a work in progress with them. And then he also manages the first team as well, our adults team. I'd say first team. It's just a men's adults team.
Yeah.
We were doing well. Telmo used to play for us.
I used to play.
Potentially, maybe might come back next season, but got a
Contracts here in
yeah.
I'll be taking contracts next year.
Maybe a loan deal for a couple of games. We were unbeaten. We were unbeaten in the league till a couple of weeks ago, where we've lost our last 3. Got knocked out of the semi-finals of Cup. So it was up here and it's slowly gone downhill. But again, I think it's been a good first season, especially it's our first season.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It can only get better, right? You get to grips with what happens in the league. You get to grips to see what it's
start to
like,
learn
the
teams
competition.
as well.
Yeah. And I think I've taken a lot on from going from not having a club at all this summer, from going to having 3 teams and one's a big ask. And as a chairman, I've never done anything like this before, so I'm learning on the job as well.
Yeah, it's
Our
good.
managers are learning. My partner, I'm going to give her a shout out to Ems.
Woo!
She does the admin for our J&R coaching, and she also does it for our academy. So
Wow.
yeah, she
You gotta make sure she watches this, otherwise that's embarrassing. Did you not get my shout out?
watch it and you'll see. But like I said before, it's having that support of people around you that will help, and the players are helping out, parents helping out and stuff like that. So we're trying to build something big here. Next season we want to try and potentially, it might happen, just add more teams as we go along. So I think again, but that's all free. Like, I think people forget that in grassroots football, that the people that do it are doing it for free. They're doing it voluntary. They're not getting paid. They're doing it off their own back because they love doing it.
Shout out to all the people who work in grassroots, because I think
Yeah.
they do a lot for young kids.
Yeah, they do.
And it's nice to see your little one, your boy or girl who plays for a football team, have fun and have a smile on their face at the end of the day.
And I think that was one of my aspirations or dreams, was to run a football club.
Yeah.
And I think it just worked out well this season that a few teams from other dropped out, so we all just
we often spoke about making a football team, and we just laugh about it.
We made it. Just me and you were just sitting at camp registration, like, it'd be good to do a football team. I'm like, it won't happen. I kept closing you down.
Do you know what's funny? We would make like our dream 11. Like, who would you have? From people we know, who would you have? Yeah, maybe him and Go and so and so up top. And we were just like, it started off like that. And I remember like on Fridays we would have a group of people. We would just have a kick about with football. I remember it was me, you, a couple others, and we were just having a beer and having a drink. And we were like, we're going to make a team next year, aren't we? And Ryan's like, no, come on, man.
I was like, I don't have time for that. I've got a child, blah, blah. And then we had a few numbers in the WhatsApp group. And all of a sudden, it just got big. And I was saying to our team the other day, like, the players we've got, it's just from people who we know. Like, Telmo's know someone, I know someone, my mate Chris, he'll know a few people. And then they'll know other people. And I think that's how it's all come together. Yeah. And I didn't know half the players there. And I think it's... even Telmo say, obviously he left, blah, blah, blah. But I think he'd say it was a good vibe. It was, it's just...
It was good. It still is good. I bet in the change room it's still fun.
It's, even if we're losing, we still sort of laugh about it at the end and whatnot, have a drink in a pub and whatnot. And it's just Saturday League football, Sunday League football. It's nothing serious. Yeah. We're not getting paid to play, so just
kick about a couple mates.
Just enjoy it at the end of the
Power
day.
of manifestation, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
you say we were just talking about that as well. So, final question.
Ooh.
Someone who's looking to do what you do now. So if someone's looking to get into football coaching or kind of be in the scenario where you are, what advice would you give to like a younger version?
Huge
or
question.
someone that's
Love
starting
that,
out?
Sean.
Don't go uni.
Yeah. I second that. Yeah, just don't.
They said, you get a job at the end of the day. I was like, well, that didn't happen, did it? What as in, so if... Sorry.
Yeah, so I've just come out, I've got my coaching badges.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm trying to look up and what was the first kind of thing or like first mountain or struggle that you went, oh, actually no one ever said that to me. I can't believe I had to work that out. Or
good question. That's a tough one. I would just say, just be yourself when coaching. I first started out as an assistant, not leading, and I think getting thrown in the deep end is the best thing possible, because I got thrown in the deep end. I'm like, I've been watching this guy all the time, just thinking that would still be the case, and I got thrown in the deep end, and it's like, right, I'm in charge of these children, blah, 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 what do I do? So I think getting thrown in the deep end is the best thing possible. Yeah, get your like coaching qualifications, whatnot, but I think just to go out and practice, shadow people, and if any youngsters are watching, come to J&R.
Yeah.
Like, we've had a work experience, kids that have gone on to become coaches. So yeah, I'll just say, yeah, be yourself and just put yourself out there. And yeah.
And if someone wants to contact you, where do they go? Where do they find
There's
you?
many means of contact. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Don't have TikTok yet. That's not happening.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, definitely not.
it's a long game.
Yeah, so J&R Coaching, and then we've got a website which is there but doesn't get used much, and then just find me somehow on social media.
So you've heard
if
it
you're
all
ever
here.
in Venue 360, you'll find
Venue
him somehow.
360,
Venue 360, yeah,
that's
big
our
one,
main base. So
Yeah, you'll find him
anytime-
somehow.
Yeah, I'll be there somewhere in the
Yeah.
change room, sorting the equipment out.
Venue
whatever.
360 opposite McDonald's, which is really important, and where Luton train. So
Yeah, Luton Town train.
Luton
there
Town
as
train
well.
there.
Michael, what's his name?
Michael
yeah,
Kell.
but shout out to
there.
Michael.
He's there.
Still there. He's a gym manager.
Our legend.
If you need a gym membership, go see Michael Kell.
But shout out to
Yeah.
Ryan, because no one's ever given him his flowers, but he's worked a lot within the local community in Luton. For people who don't know, like, he's worked with a lot of kids, he supported a lot of kids, got a lot of kids out of trouble, if anything, because they come to your camp, they enjoy the camp, and then they've got something to look forward to. He's worked with a lot of people, young people, like coming up into the football scene and like wanting to, going down the coaching route. So you've supported a lot, like even myself, like who now does only one-to-one coaches. You've helped me be a more confident coach and helped me into that leeway or system. Sorry.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, because you've done a lot within the Luton area, and I don't think you don't see the flowers you should receive, but your camp says it all. You get 60 odd people who come to you, 40 odd, whatever. Camps are always busy. Your one-to-ones are always busy as well. So hey, you might not see it, but big shout out to you.
I think
big
it's when
thank you
you're
to you.
when you're actually doing it, you don't see what other people are saying. They're probably, like you said, they're praising or whatever, or maybe negative.
Yeah.
But when you're in it, and you don't rest. As a business owner, you don't switch off.
No,
and I think
ever.
that's the balance where I'm trying to find, is trying to switch off, spend time with family, friends, whatnot, and then when it comes to the coaching business, right, get sort of stuck in. But thank you for your compliment. I appreciate that.
No problem.
So
That is another episode.
that is another episode. Our first guest episode. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. If you want to see more guests, if you have any recommendations, leave comments down below.
Who should our next guest be? I think that would be a good question.
Not Big Vince.
Big Vince.
I'd say, I don't know, you've had a football coach come in. I don't know, maybe
Someone in the fitness
potentially
industry?
PT.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've got some
Nice.
PTs.
So
Yeah,
someone-
Or
PT.
me again, you can have me.
yeah. Every week. Yeah.
Oh, mate, I'm down. Sue's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's booked
She's the
everything.
manager.
Yeah, she's the admin lady.
So yeah, guys,
Make
thank you
sure
very much.
you share it.
Yeah, 100%.
More importantly, mum, dad.
Oh, that's lovely.
How many
Sing
stars?
pop.
How many- yes! Come on!
Yes, you
That
can
is
come
it.
back.
5
You can come
stars.
I'm your
Five.
number one viewer. I've not left you.
Yeah, that's it.
5 stars. 5 stars. Share it with your mum, your dad, your
Your
dad's.
dad's girlfriend.
And your
And
grandma.
your-
Sorry.
Yes!
She loves it. She loves it.
And what is she sipping on?
Oh,
What's she sipping on?
rum and coke.
There we go.
Why not?
Her rum and
Why
coke.
not?
Share it to the
Guys,
grandma.
Just 2 more.
Thank you so
over and
much,
out.
everyone.
Enjoy your days.
See you later.